Welcome everybody, I am Need to be here. Let me make sure we are live because I've been having problems with that, so that's why I did the test video yesterday. Let me explain something. Well, I've been recording these videos for College or Madden or whatever the case may be, and there's only been one instance where I thought I was recording and I wasn't. That was on me, but there have been instances where I hit record. It shows you how long you've been live streaming. You hit end, and the video is not anywhere to be seen. It's not processing. Okay, it shows. Make sure. Okay, so we are live. Just wanted to make sure that before I get further into it, because I did a game. Giving the example of this, I did a game yesterday even with my Oklahoma State Dynasty mode where I recorded the Oklahoma State versus UCF in Orlando, at the, what am I trying to say? Let me rephrase that. I recorded my Oklahoma State Dynasty mode game, Oklahoma State and UCF matchup from this season as one of the road games, because I do road home games for Oklahoma State. It doesn't matter if Oklahoma State's the road team or the home team in the game. And not there. And I did done it before. And we fix all and so the last full game Oklahoma State was against Kansas State. It was supposed to have been UCF, but that's the only one that hasn't. Oklahoma State, Dallas was the only one that was Arizona. That was on me. I didn't do that. That's why you have a test video up there. So if you want to, it shows you some of the teams in the game. But if you want to ignore that, just ignore that video. The update video, if you want to watch that, go ahead and watch that. It doesn't really matter to me. The ones that I really want people to see are these full games, full episodes of Wheel of Fortune, full games of Wheel of Fortune, and stuff like that. So, and videos like this, just a generic live stream like this one here today. I do some where I just title College World 26 PS5 live stream or whatever it's called. Yeah. Let me add this title here before I go too far into it. Whoops. Okay. So I've been doing videos for it'll be 11 years coming up on Monday. My first video I uploaded was an NHL clip from NHL 14. So if you want to go check that out, I will leave that link to that original first video that I ever uploaded in the description below once I get done. Let me add that in. I always say I'm going to, and then I never do. So let me go into the YouTube studio before I get too far into this video, because I always say I'm going to, and then I don't, and then I'm like, what did I say that was, and then I never do. So it was. Let me put it this way. It was the no, that's not. Let's see. It was the first video I ever uploaded, which was NHL 14 video. I think it was unusual where you had two players. One player. You had two players, so two from each team. So 4 players in total. fighting in hockey. And hockey, it's common to uh, to fight, but in this instance, you were controlling one fight with the computer, fighting against the computer, but then you had two computer players, one on your team and the one on the team of the you were fighting in your controlled fight, often side by side. So that was kind of interesting. That's why I recorded it, because it was unusual. It was unusual. Um. So what I'm doing is I know I'm going to do this, put here into the description. That way, as we get closer, I'm not gonna actually show them. But just uh, just send you a link to the first video I ever uploaded. Just gonna go in here and make sure this link works. Before you get into it, I do apologize for that. Oh, what the deal is there? Okay. Um, turn this volume down so I can see if it is. Yep, it looks like it's gonna work. Yep, and it works. So, um, like I said, that should be in the description box below now. So I followed through on it. I'm starting to do that as I'm live streaming. I know I can do it. I didn't know I could or not, but yeah. So that's it. So during mole season, you will see games premiere, not upload, but premiere on the channel. So anything that's football related will be live streamed or premiered. There might be an occasional upload, just regular upload, or scheduled to upload at a certain time. But the most part, it's going to be live stream or premiere. For our college, that will be the case for any sports game, which is the following: College Football 26, Madden 26, and NHL, uh, um, PGA Tour, MLB The Show, NBA content, which is NBA Live. We're gonna bring that back, even though that's a defunct game, but I prefer NBA Live over 2K. If 2K puts out a standalone college basketball game, I will buy it, because there's no college basketball game other than NCAA Basketball 10. Speaking of NCAA Basketball 10, that'll be one of the ones that'll be in that category. So anything sports related, sports gaming related, will be live stream, premiere, occasional, just regular upload. But for the most part, live stream, because with the way sports gaming works, is watching the game live, watching it then and there, not watching it whenever some people do, and that's fine. I think gaming maybe a little bit more leans towards watch it whenever, but I try to keep it more lines of live sports. The stuff that will premiere and or upload and occasionally live stream, so kind of reverse to the sports one, is game show and board and card, aka or dice games. What games do I mean by that? Board games, such as Monopoly, Scrabble, Trivial Pursuit, card games, which is Ticket to Ride, which is card and board. Card games such as Uno, uh, trivia games like Trivial Pursuit, uh, Fan Feud, Ari Smart Investigator, whole thing. Uh, where was I lost? I thought I got interrupted there. That's okay. I don't dislike interruptions. They happen. So, nothing. Yeah, Ticket to Ride is kind of a unique game where it's board because if you actually look at the actual physical copy of Ticket to Ride, it's a board game and a card game. You have board, but you use ticket cards. What I mean by that is you have the ticket that shows you the routes. You have a card that has an orange train, a red train, a black train, a white train, a green one, a blue, a multi one. A multi one is kind of like the wild card in Uno or is it the one or two eyed? No, yeah, two eyed uh, uh, jacks in uh, sequence where you can place it anywhere. You can use it for any one. So that's kind of like that where I like using those. I don't know if there's a video game version of sequence. I wish there was. Somebody come up with that idea and also refresh uh, Price is Right decades. That would be cool. But I'm just doing this just so I have them on the screen while I'm talking, and I thought, well, comfortable Saturday, so. What was I gonna say? So that's how I classify games and do games. So let's get into it. So, okay, when I play a game, well, one of the things I was gonna say is, remember, I was in Appalachian State, Carolina, Liberty, games and that were at one point team builder, but now they're now in Sam Houston. But if I Sam Houston, where is Sam Houston? I forget what conference Sam Houston is in. I think Sam Houston is in the conference. Oh, there's Sam Houston. So these teams that are in here now: Delaware, Missouri State, most states in here, I think, as well. Liberty's in there. There's most state, but any of the ones that were FCS now are FBS. That I used to do as a team builder, team dynasty are going to be doing it as a regular dynasty because I can't do team builder dynasties without paying the PlayStation Plus for it, and I don't see myself doing that because I'm an offline gamer. I don't see myself doing that. There's Liberty, by the way. So, of course, doing the Army Navy game every year as well. I will be playing the team builder teams that I download, which I have. I'll show you those. I can filter those out. So I have Wish I'll Stay, which I'll Stay. If you do not know, they have full team, but they got rid of it, so bring them back. Um, UCO Division Two, UCA, which is a good why do I have them download? It's a good question. It's because they're one of the more common FCS teams to be picked to be played again as an FCS or FBS team. So usually Oklahoma State's and OU's and any FBS team would choose them of over a lot of other. I'll show you some other. There's some other teams that usually get picked. Missouri State was one of them. Now they're in the FBS. Oklahoma State. Let's see if Oklahoma State ever schedules at home and home against most Missouri State. Now that they can, because last time Oklahoma State played Missouri State, they weren't an FBS team. So also there's a lot of teams named Bears. You say the University of Central Arkansas Bears, the Missouri State Bears, the Baylor Bears. South Dakota is another one that's popular. So is South Dakota State. Oklahoma State, played them last year. North Dakota, another one that's popular. So is the Bison, North Dakota State. So let me go back to the beginning of these. Ian is one of the ones I created. I like that logo. The other one I created is Tulsa. I thought, okay, we got Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. Why not the Tornadoes? Because that's more Oklahoma themed than Golden Hurricanes. So, I used another one that has never had a football team, but what if they did? Scenario, I created Oklahoma Tech, and I thought Storm, and I'll like that logo. I added to that in, was that in Photoshop when I still have Photoshop, or did I do the online one camp? I can't remember. But, it doesn't matter which one editing or Photoshop editing software you use, just, I like to use one to create the logo. Not creative, but get a logo that's black and white and just put the. You could make one yourself from scratch, or you can find one that you want to use. So Oklahoma City Pirates on orange and black teams. I created Kansas Tech. I created Oklahoma City Pirates, Kansas Tech Prairie Dogs. I thought, well, Prairie Dogs is a typical thing for a Kansas team. Indiana State, just because you got Indiana as well. Eastern Washington just as the red field, and I think they do get picked somewhat frequently, but not as frequent as Central Arkansas and the Dakotas. Everything. So those are your teams. Some of the ones I've downloaded, some of the ones I've created. There's more teams I created that I haven't downloaded because you only download 16 teams. Okay, what is weird is you can create up to 32 teams in Team Builder, but you can only download 16 teams. That doesn't make sense. If you're gonna have the ability to create up to 32 teams in the Team Builder website, you should have the ability to download up to 32 teams. It's 32 everywhere else. The number is 32 everywhere else, meaning number of characters you can add in a dynasty mode is 32. Teams you can create in Team Builder 32. I said the teams you can control in a single franchise mode is 32, so why not the teams you can download from Team Builder? Makes no sense. It makes no sense on whether or not we will have the FCS playoffs. Is there any FCS matchups that are today that I might want to do on this live stream while I'm doing a game? The next Oklahoma State Dynasty mode will be Oklahoma State Dynasty, then I'll go back and do Oklahoma State UCF. Same location in the game, same roster, same teams, same uniforms. It's just ignore that score and take the score that was the actual score, which would have been 23-18. So me go and see what FCS teams are, because I loaded all the entire FCS playoffs. I used to do that to some extent in NCAA 14. You had the ability to download dual teams, but with that one, you could put them onto a flash drive and do 12 more. So if you're going to do the 16, teams, if you're going to have us only be able to download 16 teams, then at least give us the opportunity to put them somewhere where we can do 16 delete, 16 move, meaning 16 move it to that flash drive, 16 more flash drive, 16 more, and so on and so forth until you have every team, an FCS team or every team that you want to download. And we'll do Oklahoma, Missouri, probably on Monday. I'm looking at seeing any matchups stick out to me as far as if there are any ones that I have already downloaded that are playing each other. I want Montana State. I might come back and get the mix. Oh, uh, one I already can do already because I already downloaded them. Where are they? Ah, here they are. Is that no? Okay, one's okay. Let me get that fixed. Let me get that fixed. Oops. Now the question becomes, now I got it right. Who do I want to control? The Fighting Hawks or the Jackrabbits? I'll go Jackrabbits. Here are the uniforms. That's traditional uniforms. I don't know what they're actually wearing. Let me pull the uniforms up and see if I can find out what uniforms they're wearing. Until this is a local network on ESPN Plus. Is covering the real life version of this game. Interesting. This game in real life is on ESPN Plus / Midco Sports Network. It's supposed to be in North Dakota in real life, but there's no stadium like that. They just have to use a generic, not a generic, pick a stadium from either the schools or a generic stadium for when you're creating a team builder. Let me see if I can find the uniform. It's just by itself of like a key play. Okay, so North Dakota's in all green, and okay, that's the uniforms for. Okay, so that looks right now. Now I just need the all green. But it didn't say Jack. Hold on. Let me do the. And then we do the green. Okay, there we go. It's all green. I just had to get it to duplicate, so we are. I think we're ready to go. Pretty sure that's. Whoops. Yeah. Comments per quarter, broadcast team. Yeah, that works. Excuse me, and then it was a noon. Sorry, but alright. Yep. I don't know what stadium that's supposed to be. Oh, UTSA Stadium and San Antonio. I see. Big Roadrunner. That was pretty much almost perfectly centered on the green.
And he'll just take a knee in this drive.
I wish I could do these in dynasty mode, but I can't. But I will do more FCS matchups and D2 matchups because I can download. What I can do is I can take two of my teams from that I've created from Team Builder, lead them, put the teams that I want to play on there, delete them, it's easier moving it. But then of course keep some of them downloaded permanently later to the Dakotas.
This guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Second 7. So, like I said, I'm excited. We'll actually have this game. I'll be listening to this game, and I don't think there's any more in this thing after this game. But so I'll let you listen to this game, and we will not end this live stream, but I will end my commentary part of it and just let you listen into the rest of the game and enjoy the rest of the game.
Right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. First down here for the offense. Got it behind the line. It's Williamson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Caught. Across the 25. He's got room. Pulls it in and runs into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able...
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this deep. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Good quickness to grab it off the balance. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And here comes the punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll run this play from the pistol. Little touch pass to the receiver.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave.
Makes a grab down the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now this offense is back on the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. From the gun, running back gets to give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run play action. With the catch, it's Strickland. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Strickland. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Tyson. After the filthy move, he's got room. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Tyson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Power football with the run. Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. And he's in for the touchdown.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it downfield. He's got it on the outside. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window
hits him inside the 20, still going. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
They'll go back to the ground. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They get to him as he throws. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. You can't step into throws and you can't follow through. It obviously affects your accuracy, and I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Back to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And the missed connection on third down. They bring the punter onto the field now.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Here comes the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed on the outside, it's Bentley. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.